Well, without question, trying to find a fan this time of year in Winnipeg is like looking for a snowdrift in July. I finally found one. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but I think I can modify it. And yeah, another thing, this morning when the model store, the hobby store opened up, gave them a call. And the latest now on the ETA on the ship model is maybe the end of this week. The one I want is kind of rare. You know, it's not like you just go to a hobby store and just pick something off the shelf. I want a particular type or a particular brand. And so that's the problem. They're sold out here in Winnipeg, as I mentioned, and yeah. Anyway, I think if I take this thing apart, I can modify it to fit on the front. Price was right anyway. Oh, kind of funny. First of all, I go to Canadian Tire. I don't know how to describe Canadian Tire other than 100 years ago they started selling tires. Now they sell everything. They're a big franchise here in Canada. And they didn't have anything. So then I went to Walmart. Now, Walmart has everything, right? They didn't have any. And so the person there called the manager. The manager says it's seasonal. We don't have them out yet or something like that. Well, I was sort of expecting that. So then I went to Home Depot and I thought, you know, wouldn't it be funny if Home Depot didn't have any and I had to stop in at Lowe's on my way home, and Lowe's would have exactly what I need. But fortunately, Home Depot had this, and I didn't get embarrassed. Yeah, that would have been embarrassing. Well, I wouldn't have told you. Yeah, after bad-mouthing Lowe's last week, remember? Anyhow, let's, enough talk here, let's start stapling. Okay, I think 1-inch staples is probably going to be, you know, long enough to staple this 3/8-inch plywood. Oh yeah. Anyway, I've got different sizes. I got 3/4 inch all the way up through to I think 1.5 or something. Now, yesterday I drew everything out, and I cut it exactly to the plan. I don't know if it's going to work. I think it will. I cut carefully. I don't have an oiling system on my air compressor, so every time I'm going to do this, I just put in 2 or 3 drops of oil. Well, this time I'll do 4 because I can't remember if I did it the last time, but I probably did. And yeah, just sort of helps the piston not seize up. I don't think I'll need more than that, and if I do, I got more. Okay, we're ready to boogie here. Okay, now you're going to notice that one side of this is better than the other. Now I want to have this side to the front and this side where the filters are going to go up against, because I want the filters to seal as best as possible. Anyway, and these mag switches, they're not going to stop it completely from moving around, but they're going to help. Okay. Well, that's great. It didn't work. Alright, let's get a little block of wood and find out what happened here. Well, that time it worked. Okay. Maybe I didn't have the things pushed, all the staples pushed all the way to the front. That's all I can think of. You know, I've had that before with this thing. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Well, usually it does, but every once in a while it doesn't. Usually when the camera's running, it doesn't work. I'll try this again. Okay, that time it worked. Now I want to remember I've got a screw right about here, so I'll start back here. Now yesterday, you'll remember I said something about maybe using glue. Well, I'm not going to right here. I might when I do these corners up here. I'm just sort of tacking everything right now, and then I'll go over it afterwards and Okay, I think you get the idea here. Now as for the front, I'm not going to staple it on. I'm going to screw it on because I might later want to take it off. And I also want to cut the hole in the front here for the fan. And I think it might be a little easier to cut it when it's off than on. On the other hand, maybe not, who knows. Anyway, this is the first time I tried the front on there, and boy, it's ever nice and square, I can't believe it. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.